Hey campers, hey, I'm trying to figure out a way of keeping this bus cool. You want to see what I came up with? Give me just a second. Yeah, it's kind of a big one, but it was free. I got it out of my store. Well, relatively free. It actually came out of a storage unit. But this is a roll-around air conditioner, and it's 10,000 BTU. It's got a sleep timer on it, and it's all digital, and it runs on 110. And I was thinking I could make this thing work in this bus, maybe. So first of all, I couldn't find a spot to put it. I didn't know where to store it, what to do with it. So after looking over the whole bus, I finally came up with a spot here. Right here where they used to store a fire extinguisher here. I built a little wooden plate down here, and I built it 14 inches deep by 20 inches wide, and I had to cut it a little to fit the contour in there. But it's not out here in the aisle far enough to cause me any problems. And I also had to take this rail off. The rail that was right here was kind of like this one. I had to take this off to make room for it. But I put a little catch here for the wheels to keep it from rolling forward. So it's got a little aluminum L channel put in there. And I thought it would ride right here. I could let it ride right here. Then when I needed it, I could pull it out to right about here, and I could vent it. That was the big thing, where to vent it. But what I found to do with it is to build me a vent panel that would roll up in the driver's side window over there and accept the exhaust tube out that window. And I'll show you here. I'll put it in place so you can see where it would ride, you know, when it's not being used. It would go there just like that. And I have this looks like it's about 1.5 inches wide or 2 inch wide Velcro strap, which I would put around it. Just like this. And I put a little loop handle over here on the wall to hold the strap in place. Then I just zip tie it, well, strap it down right there, and it won't go anywhere. Yes, I have tested it. I took it out for a little ride and made sure it wouldn't move around or squeak or drive me crazy, and it's just fine like this. So next thing I'll do, I'll go ahead and grab the hose. Now I made an aluminum panel here, and what I did is I sat it up in the window and traced the edge of the window glass and the top of the door opening, and then I drilled 2 holes in it here, and I cut in between the 2 holes so that this plastic adapter would fit on here, which I got off of Amazon. And so now it has a flex hose, see? And I can put this in the window and run my flex hose over to the back of the unit. Then I can exhaust all the hot air that's actually coming out of the AC unit there. And 10,000 BTUs should keep this bus fairly warm. I mean, fairly cold. And I'm going to get you set up in a different place, and I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and let's see if it'll work. Alrighty. So, the first thing I got to do here to get this to vent is to roll my window down. And I had cut this piece of aluminum here to slide up where the window usually goes in. So what I do is I put the back in first, if I remember right. Yeah, the back goes in first, then these slide right up inside the track where the window usually sits, like that. And that in itself would hold it, but now we roll this up and get it where it's just lapping to the outside of this window. So the aluminum is lapping to the outside of the window. So now this thing is, it's pretty darn sturdy. So the water runs down the window, it goes over top of the aluminum and runs down the window. It won't go up and inside. I'm talking to you through this tube. Okay. Okay, so what I've done here is I've just moved the unit out over by the aisle here. I can still get by here, no problem, going in and out. I could actually even slide it back further if I wanted more room, right about like that. And I have the hose hooked up out the window, and we've got air conditioning. And the nice thing about this is I can go ahead and run this off of my generator too, shore power or off the generator. So I'll have the ability to keep the bus nice and cool if I'm out in the desert or boondocking someplace. And if I want to run my generator, I've got air conditioning. It's showing 62 degrees right now. And I'll take you out there and show you the vent while it's working. This may hurt. Sorry about that, guys. So it's reading 62 degrees. It's running nice and cool. It won't run for long because, according to my little guy in the corner there, it's only 64 in here. Nice and cool on the coast here. But it doesn't sound too loud, do you guys think? And it's not really intrusive either. See, I can still go right through there to get into the bus. And if I'm parked, I'm not using this area up here anyway. There's the little plywood mounting I did. And when I took off the handle, I spun this around the other side so I'd have a lip to hang the strap onto. And I put a little handle in here so I can wrap the strap around it to hold it. There's 4 screws in that. And let's go out here and we'll check out this this vent over here. See how it's doing. There it is. Wow, it's a lot of hot air coming out of there. That tells me that AC is working pretty good right now. The only thing I can see that I might need to do here is get one of those rain guards to go, the old style ones that stick onto the paint, like the dark smoke colored ones. AVS makes them, Bushwhacker, at least they used to back when I was running the shop. I don't want the type that slide up in here because I'm already using that area, see, with this. But so I've got a little bit of an edge sticking out over the window here. The window's tucked behind this. So this is completely waterproof except for if rain happens to try to fall in there. I do have the overhang on the bus here, see? But I don't want to trust that. I want a rain fly here just in case. But yeah. A lot of air coming out of that. This is great. I have air conditioning in the bus without too much hassle. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, how to do it. And at one time, I actually thought about taking that back window and sealing it off and mounting me an air conditioner back there, you know, a window type, because they're a little more efficient. But you know what? You gotta run what you brung. And I already had this, and it's going to save me some bucks, and it seems to work. Oh yeah, that's nice and cool. That's going to be great. Here, I'll show you where the that's where it goes in. It's just on the slide. So if I want to take that out, I just slide it that direction and it comes right out. Then I can store this whole piece right here. I'll probably store it under the bed. I don't want that thing hanging around in here. It's too bulky. I could put it up there, and that area isn't really being used for anything. And I got so much storage in here, I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. I guess if I was living full-time in here, I'd have a little bit more stuff, but I've added me a 12-volt fan up there, and I've devised a way, well I haven't, I've copied a way of getting that vent right there, the escape hatch, to vent out. Since I have a inverter on the bus, I can go ahead and put a 110 unit, like one of those square box fans. And I watched a guy that had a bus go ahead and put little tabs on the box fan and slide it up in there where it mounts up, and he can remove it when he's going down the road, and and it works just like a fantastic fan. And I think I'm going to try that first. And I have been contemplating putting a fantastic fan up here. I would love to have one over the bed, but I've got solar panels back there, so that isn't going to work. But I was looking at like right there. That'd be a good place for a vent fan, just so it could pull out stale air and that one would draw it in. I thought that might work really good. But I do have a lot of windows in the bus, and I think that it'll be all right for right now. I'm going to have to take it out and test it. I haven't tested any of this yet. So, well, I've got my air conditioning. Oh, there's one other thing I wanted to show you. My bus doesn't seem to have as much power as my truck does. I know it's a big bus. I mean, I'm hauling around a 24-foot bus, a little bit extra weight. But I'm thinking that my exhaust is too restrictive, and I'm going to put this in it. I'm going to put this big old muffler in here, and see, it's a free flow style. It's only got venting at the first foot and the last foot, and it's 51 inches long, and it's going to be about 25% louder than a stock exhaust. But you know, since it runs completely out the back to the very back, I don't think it's going to bother anything. I won't be sleeping with the bus running, so, and all the noise is going to be way back here, so it shouldn't bother anything about driving it. And if it's too loud, I can always do something about it later, add another muffler or whatever. So that's going to be about it on this video. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming along, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm learning a new video editing, and I'm using Windows 10 video editor now, and I'm going to try that out and see if I get to know the system really well. And once I get that figured out, I'll probably switch over to the Pro, and I can improve the quality of these videos a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.